Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by the South Carolina Youth Advocate Program. Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. May is National Foster Care Month, and I'm joined in the studio by these two lovely ladies. How are you guys doing today?
Excellent.
Doing great.
Yes.
All right, why don't you tell me a little bit about why we need to get people fostering children right now, and a little bit about the organization that you guys are with.
Okay, I'll start. I'm with the South Carolina Youth Advocate Program, been there 28 years, and we have been, the Youth Advocate Program came into South Carolina back in 1990. Mm-hmm. At that time, we were a small organization, but now we've grown and there's so many children that are in need. Right now, we have exactly 316 foster families throughout the state of South Carolina. We have offices, we have regional offices in Columbia, Beaufort, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Florence, and Greenville. And we have staff throughout the state, but we have foster parents, such as Ms. Likely here, who take children into their home. We have more children that are in need than we have foster families. That's why we need to recruit and train more foster families, because we have so many children that have been hurt and traumatized throughout this state. Some of the things that go on in South Carolina, most people would not believe, but our agency has rose to the occasion, and we try to meet those needs in several ways, not just with foster care. We have traditional foster care, therapeutic foster care. We take care of children who have special needs, such as autism. We take care of children who are medically fragile, who have serious diseases and health issues. And then we wrap those children with our seasoned, experienced families that open their homes to them. So we always need children. We always need families to take care of these children.
And that brings me to my next question. What inspired you to become a foster parent?
I have two grown children, they're in their 40s, and so my husband and I, just living down here in South Carolina, I was working in the school system, and I saw children coming in that were, you could tell were in need of different things. And I told my husband, I said, you know, we have the room in our home and the room in our hearts, we need to give back. So we started looking into fostering, and I have to say it's one of the greatest joys I've ever had.
That's amazing. Well, for somebody that has never considered becoming a foster parent before, what does that look like day to day? You know, the age range of the kids that you're fostering, that kind of stuff.
I've had children, I've had about 6 total, and they've ranged from the age of 4 to 16. And it's, you know, they're coming in, they've been hurt, they've been abandoned, they've been abused, different things. So the main thing, I'm a fairly calm person, and I find that when the children come into our home, the first thing we do is we set parameters as to this is the way our home operates, and what you need to know is you can talk to me about anything, and I'm going to be here with you. And we made it a point to make sure that we hug the children every day, numerous times a day, to make them feel like someone really cares, because we do. But they need to feel that. They need to feel that this is a place of safety.
You truly are an angel.
I love the kids.
I love that so much. But we need more foster families out there.
Yes.
So if somebody's watching right now, where can they go learn more information?
We have a website. You can go to www.scyap.com. We have a link. You can download your application. You can also call us at 800-882-5513. That's our Columbia office. We have a centralized intake division that will get your information no matter where you are in the state, and they will fan it out to which region it belongs to. So, you know, we are available always 24/7. So you don't have to wait until 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by the South Carolina Youth Advocate Program.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, this might be the most relaxed I've ever been filming a segment. I am at Salt and Detox Oasis with Fabiola. Thanks so much for having me today.
Thank you for being here, Katie.
My goodness. Okay, we first have to address that if you hear some humming in the background, there's a reason for that. Fabiola, what is going on that is causing this noise?
So right now the Halo generator is on. So it is a machine that I use with sodium chloride. The sodium chloride is grounded into very fine particles, and those particles are dispersed into the air. So that is the benefit of the room, where you're breathing that type of salty air, which helps to coat the nasal passages, the bronchial tubes, as well as your lungs, and it acts as a cleaning agent for your respiratory system. So if you do suffer from allergies, bronchitis, or other common respiratory, concerns, or even like the after COVID effects, it's a great way to help relieve your respiratory system and also clean and hopefully enhance it.
This is so cool to be able to walk on salt. You're breathing it in.
Yes.
But it's also the aesthetics of being in here. It's so relaxing.
Yes, it is. So in the process of building this room, really wanted to make it a relaxing environment for everyone who, enjoys this session. So it's really about helping everyone that walks through my doors and giving them relief, giving them a sense of peace, and hopefully they walk out feeling better and feeling that they're able to just conquer what they need to conquer, through the sessions that they experience here.
I know a lot of people watching right now are feeling that way. So if they want to come by and try this room out or try one of your other awesome services, how can they do that?
So I am located at 3885 Renee Drive in the Carolina Forest area. I am, I guess if you are familiar with like the Kroger Shopping Center, that's where you can find me. And my phone number is 843-742-5938. And the website is saltanddetoxoasis.com.
Thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Man, am I excited. Guys, in the studio today, I actually have a magician with me. Lion Flood, how are you doing?
I'm well. I'm excited to be here and just to embrace all this positive energy.
Oh yeah, we're all about positive energy on Living Local Carolina. But I want to know more about you.
Okay.
How did you get into magic in the first place?
That is the age-old question, and to give you the short answer, so I'm a retired Marine veteran.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. And I was injured, and I was recouping in a hospital. I had about 4 knee surgeries and couldn't move, and so I needed something to do. And I picked up a book and started reading, and it made me smile. And I started learning magic tricks, and eventually they would bring patients in to the room, and I would do tricks for them, little card tricks. And then when I was able to be mobile in a wheelchair, they would wheel me to other patients' room, and it kind of snowballed. Yeah. And it just picked up from that and just took off.
What you got?
All right, so I love using senses when I perform, right? So in this one, we're gonna use 2 senses, sight and sound. What I would like to do is attempt to place this coin inside the bottle, just like that. Now,
No way.
so, and it's gonna happen very close up, right? And I'm gonna do it on the count of 3. Okay. So watch. And I'm gonna do it slow so everyone can see it. 1, 2. 3 days ago when I tried this trick, no kidding. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Now, how on earth did he just do that? Y'all.
And you can hold your hand out. I want you to verify that's an actual coin. It's
Dude.
yes.
Okay, when I read that you're good at close-up magic, I wasn't actually quite sure what close-up magic was,
Oh.
but like to actually be in front of it and
Yes.
watch it happen, it's wild.
Yes.
That was crazy.
And that's probably
That's
the
difficult to
best,
do.
Yeah, it's probably the best thing I love about magic, because stage magic and all that's great.
The smoke and the
Yes.
mirrors and everything.
But to be inches from it and to
Yeah.
see it literally go from here to there,
Love
it's indescribable sometimes. That emotion. Thank you. Thank you.
I loved that. Oh, and I love magic too.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, I'm back today at the Myrtle Beach Colored School Museum and Education Center, and I'm joined by Cookie. How are you, Cookie?
I am well. How are you, Katie?
I'm doing great. We walked into this room and I immediately my jaw dropped. There is so much to see here, so much to learn.
Yes.
But tell me, where are we standing right now?
So right now we are standing in the Museum of African American History at the historic Myrtle Beach Colored School Museum and Education Center.
Yes.
So there's really several spaces, but the one is dedicated to the former students of the color school, and then this is African American history, where Doc Shee Moore serves as the curator, and it talks about or shares our life, the life of African American people in Africa prior to enslavement, and as dark, you know, as it was, it's part of history. So we share a little bit about slavery itself, and then some of the significant people, Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, you know, all of those up until current day, with President Obama, Vice President Kamala Harris, Dr. King, all of those, as well as a few of the many inventions.
There are many.
Yes, some of the many inventions of African American people. Then there's this display referencing athletics and leadership, and then more localized culture, like we talk a little bit about Charlie's Place, Atlantic Beach. There's a display dedicated to the 4 students who integrated Myrtle Beach High School on January 29, 1965, and then some other localized firsts. So lots of information contained in this small space. And while the museum is open on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 10 until 12, you could actually spend the 2 hours in this space.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
There were so many things that let me ask you this. Were there things that surprised you when this curated collection was coming to be?
I will tell you, so I joined the team in 2017, so this was already in existence, but since I've been here, Doc continues to add, because as history becomes history, modern day, we add to it. But I will tell you, Katie, one of the greatest experiences for me has been educational. There's so much of this information contained in this room I did not know. It was not a part of my curriculum, you know, high school nor college. Got some of it, you know, at church, but the extent of what I continue to learn, and every time I'm over here, it seems like I pick up on something that I didn't before. And education in itself is right here in this room.
Very cool. And that's very apparent too. We were also talking a little bit about if people want to donate and help you guys out, how can they do that?
Yes. So we're continuously looking for artifacts as they relate to history. And so donations can be made simply by calling us, 843-918-1062, or showing up here at the museum and bringing those artifacts. Now, I will say that in order for something to be deemed museum quality or museum eligible, there was a curator, you know, for the classroom part, that a professional person, because, you know, some people brought their grandfather's shoes or their grandfather's hat, and while that is so important and so special, we did not have the space for it. So we just want people to come by, and if they think they have something, but also for locals who have pictures from back in the day that they wish to share. We're creating some things at Charlie's Place, which is one of the facilities.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.